Hello, it's Echo, and welcome to a very special video. I feel like this is the first official collab that I'm having here on my channel, and I am so excited because I am collaborating with my very good friend Zombie. So if you want to see his perspective of this whole video, please go check out his channel. It's linked in the description and also on screen right now. So first, I would just like to put out some disclaimers that no AI was used in the making of this video. We simply Googled AI characters, not generating any images. I do not condone AI at all. Do not use generative AI in any way. Please, you are killing the planet and you are killing the brain, okay? Thank you. Let me quickly explain what this challenge is. Me and Zombie went on Google and found 5 different AI slop images that we thought we could redesign. Then we're gonna put them on a wheel and spin. Whatever the wheel lands on, that's the one that we're gonna be redesigning. Now on to the actual video. I hope you enjoy.
So this is the first one, Fire Twink, Chinese Dynasty Fire Twink. I don't freaking know.
It's giving
what
Genshin Impact
right.
a little bit.
So the next one is Hatsune Miku. I mainly did this because the hair is kind of complicated, so it looks like something that could challenge me. And I don't even have like a female OC, so that's
Okay.
that's the reason why I chose this. Next we have
Got the buddy.
ugly freaking bunny. So this is a little bit of a wild card. I just like this is giving very much B stars, and I'm like, okay, well,
Oh,
you
okay,
know.
Haru. This is Haru gender swap.
Haru gender swap human anthro. So
Yeah. Oh,
yeah. Oh my
okay.
freaking god. Next second to the last, we have this holy like sort of like pristine anime guy. I don't know how to say about this. It's just an elf. It's like a regular elf. I just think the lighting is like a little bit of a challenge, so I think that would be also like a reason why I picked this ugly twink again. But like yeah. And lastly, we have a medieval sort of like tapestry sort of like art piece. So like I haven't done anything like this, so it would be pretty interesting. So yeah.
So first we
Right,
have
right.
pansexual cat girl. Though the flag is a little bit messed up in the back.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I saw this and it was just really speaking to me. So I'm really rooting for this one to
Yeah.
win.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
next we have Genshin Impact the House Down Boots.
Oh my gosh.
But
Oh
brown,
my god.
because
The
Genshin
Genshin
Impact hates brown people. Sorry, Genshin
brown
fans.
people.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But
Sorry. We won't get any sponsors anytime soon.
exactly. I thought the weapon was interesting. And I also thought this like a headscarf was very interesting. So maybe I really like that one.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna go very boring and basic, but I think there's a lot of room to be creative here.
Oh
Because it's so basic.
wow.
We have Blonde
Right.
Bimbo,
True.
and we
True.
have Bunny Cat Girl.
Blonde bimbo and bunny cat girl. That's so funny. I see.
Yes.
They
Okay.
are so soulless.
I know.
You know, like they're
They're
staring
literally
deep
copy
into your
paste.
eyes, bro.
Okay, and then we have
Exactly,
Has-Been
bro.
Hotel.
No, it's so low quality.
I
The
don't know
quality
why.
is so funny.
I don't know why. I don't know why. And then we have maybe
Oh my god.
my second favorite. This is There Will Come a Soldier Who Carries a Mighty Sword. He will take.
Oh my gosh. Oh my
Yeah,
freaking gosh.
yeah.
Oh
Look
my
at the
goodness.
full. Look at his
This
face on the full
is
body. Why
crazy.
does his face look like Sid the Sloth? Why does it look like that?
Bro, it's like it's so different than this like portrait thing over here. I don't know. Like
I know.
it's so
I know.
odd. These are the options. So I guess we place this now on the wheel and let's see. Okay.
Has-Been Hotel.
Has been Hotel Demon Girl.
Okay, so let's get into this character design process. So first, I wanted to paint over the original image just to kind of get an idea of things that I wanted to change. and elements I wanted to keep. So I really wanted to keep the fur because I thought that was a very important part of the character. But I knew immediately that I wanted to change up the color palette because it was very dull, very bland, very boring. So I completely changed all of the colors and I went with like a very blue color palette still, but blue in a different way. And here you can see me sketching out this original pose, which I don't end up using in the end, but I decided that doing a full body would be nice because I wanted to experiment with some different dress styles because I wasn't really loving how the dress was, but I still wanted to keep this really high slit that the dress had, but I wanted the dress to look more elegant or like more regal, something like that. I wanted it to look fancy, but not in like going out to the club kind of way. Because I feel like the dress was giving me mixed vibes. Like, are we going partying or are we at a fancy dinner because we're so fancy, you know? So I was tossing around that idea. And at the beginning, I really wanted to keep the long, luscious locks, but it was just not working out with the silhouette that I had going on, especially because I was going to keep the fur around the arms. Then I got rid of the fur around the arms. And I feel like it was really, really top heavy. So what I end up doing is I moved the fur to the bottom. So I'm thinking that the dress has like a fur lining at the very bottom. I cut her hair. She has really short hair. And I also changed her skin tone because I felt that the really stark pale white was one, boring, and two, just was not good for the color palette. So I also changed that. In the final drawing, you can't really see the fur at the bottom, which I was bummed about. I was going to do like 2 separate drawings, but I decided that it would be better if I just had one drawing that was the main focus, and I was really, really proud with how this turned out. So here I am working on the actual piece now, and if you can see some stuff on the side of the speed paint, that's because I just put the full body next to it so I can kind of keep a reference of what I wanted her to look like. As far as the face goes, because the original image was so like pixelated and the quality was so terrible, I kind of just was able to do whatever I wanted with the face. The only thing that I kept from the face really was the dark eye makeup, and also like she's smirking a little bit because I felt like that was pretty important to her character. I think that really sets the tone for who she is as a character. As far as like actually naming her and stuff and like making her my own OC, I really didn't go through all of that. So if you have name suggestions, please let me know. What is another big thing that I changed was instead of giving her like pupils, I just kept her eyes like one solid color. And I think that really makes her pop, and I think that draws a lot of attention to her face, especially because later on the dress is really like shiny. I wanted it to look almost like velvety and very like reflective. I don't know what that material is called. I'll have to Google. Anyways, I wanted it to look like that material because it is so gorgeous. Like the way the light bounces off of the fabric, you can really just see like the folds in the fabric. Not the folds, but you can see like the highlights really pop on this kind of fabric, and that's what I wanted to emulate. I was looking at tons of references on Pinterest for elegant dresses or dresses that are similar to this style. And I was really going back and forth between what straps I wanted to be at the top of the dress, because with the necklaces, I was like, were the straps a bit too distracting? Like there was a lot going on in like her collarbone area. So I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do with that, but I end up keeping these like spaghetti straps. They look a bit better at the end when I go and I fully render them, instead of just having them being this like really undetailed lines that are on her chest. But yeah, I go and I do that. Another thing that I wanted to keep, but I feel like I didn't do a great job of keeping, was, I don't know if you could see it in the original image, but there are like these diamond strings hanging down. And I kind of emulated that with these pearls that are like coming down from her bust. I think that was a cool detail. Instead of diamonds, I definitely leaned more towards pearls because you can see she also has a pearl necklace and then the little pearl chain that I put. And if you could see her legs, she would also have like this little pearl cuff that's on her leg because that was also a part of the original picture, and I wanted to keep that. I feel bad even calling it like the original design because like it's not a design, it's just a bunch of stolen nonsense. But let me know if you think this is better than the original. I definitely think it is. I think I made changes that make the character 1,000 times more interesting. The color palette was just so dull. Like when I saw it, I knew immediately that was like a really big thing that I wanted to change. What else can I mention? Oh yeah, I also changed the color of her gloves because they were dark in the reference picture, and I was like, no, not keeping that. And her horns as well. Her horns were a different shape. They were like curved in, but I thought that was not a good shape. And also, it just really wasn't speaking to me. It was giving ram, and I didn't want her to give ram or like sheep. I wanted this to give kind of like succubus or something like that. I wanted her to look very like flirty and kind of evil and dangerous, and I think these like little pointy horns really convey that more than if I went with like the curly typical ram horn or sheep horn. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I am so happy with how this piece turned out. I love how I rendered the dress. I really think this is one of my best like clothes rendering things that I've done because I never do fabric like this. And I'm also really happy with the lighting that I added, which should be coming up soon. I also wanted to make her skin look very shiny and like dewy, just very magical. That is the vibes for this whole piece. It's very magical and like otherworldly. That is really the essence that I wanted to bring to her. And here I am adding this really harsh shadow on the right side because I've been trying to experiment with some more harsh lighting. Here I am adding the lighting, which I wanted it to be blue. And then I add a rim light around the left side just to give it an extra pop and a little extra oomph to really sell the lighting. And I go in and I add some background details. And here is the finished piece. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much to Zombie for collaborating with me. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!